Greetings, everyone. Welcome. We are going to jump in, as chat has indicated, to a traditional draft of Ikoria. We're going to do best of 3 today. That means we're going to get 3 matches almost guaranteed. 0 wins and 1 win reward the same amount of prizes. So if we are 0-2, we could drop and move on. So I think I will say that if I surely at some point I will 0-2 an Ikoria traditional, and at that point, rather than play a third match against a rando for a pack, I will at least scoop it up and play a third match against a viewer, right? Because it doesn't, like, we don't have to play against the system anymore at that point. So I'll just say that that I'll do that in that case. Hopefully that I'm not jinxing myself with finding that out today, how that's going to go. I'd like to get a couple of wins here. Obviously 3 would be very nice, but a couple of wins gets us to some gems back and gets us some decent bursts of booster packs for our collection building. Oh, I want to mention a couple things about managing your EV right now and entering the right queue and making the right choices to optimize your financial existence in Arena. If you are strapped for cash, if you constantly are on free to play and running out of resources, I would observe. I haven't done it today or anything, so I don't know when this is going to go. Maybe it's until May 21st or whatever, but you can just make free accounts right now because they added human drafting. They give account. I don't want to be wrong about this. I haven't done this, but I'll say this. My assumption is that if I create a brand new Magic Online, Magic the Gathering Arena account right now, I would get a draft token. So if they're giving out draft tokens with new account creation, that's a vector for you to get some practice in right now and just draft for, you're not going to be collection building at all, but maybe you want to experiment. Maybe you want to see what happens if I force this, but I don't want to use my resources on my main account for this. You can go in and just make a fresh account and throw that draft token at it and see what happens, So that's one thing I wanted to call out, is that effectively there's free drafting right now if you're willing to do the work for account setup, and you can skip the tutorial and stuff, so it's not as labor intensive as you might think it is to get to that draft token. The other thing I wanted to call out is that if you use my valuation spreadsheet and you value packs currently at like 150, 200 gems, I never value packs at that much because I'm content to slowly build up a set over time through limited. But there are a lot of people who at the beginning of a set are very eager to get a lot of the new set very quickly so they can live all of their constructed dreams as soon as possible. I totally get that. I totally support that. And I want to tell you folks who value early on packs at that retail level, sealed is not a bad deal for you. Like, if you're looking to collection build and you value the contents of a sealed booster at about the same you would pay retail in the store for a booster, suddenly sealed's providing you great collection building value. So I did want to call that out. If you're a medium player, if you're somewhere in that 50-50 range or near that 50-50 range, and you really want to build your collection, and if you didn't do it via limited, you'd be buying stuff at the store, then you just want to do sealed, which is unusual for me to say, because as someone who doesn't value booster packs at retail level, sealed is like never what I want to do. But I at least wanted to call that out, that for some people, it is going to be what you want to do. Oh, and sure, I'll call that, as long as you're talking about value propositions for Ikoria on Arena. Severian points out that there's a 3-pack promo code. You can go into the store and type in play Ikoria and get 3 Ikoria booster packs that way. So I did not I don't think I did. Do I need to quit and come back in? Maybe I need to quit and come back in. But now you got me nervous. I guess if it demands an update, I will quit. Anyway, of course, if you are also looking for optimizing your value and your Magic life on the physical front, you're going to be checking out cardkingdom.com and doing so via my affiliate link in the panel down below. Click on that Card Kingdom logo and it will take you right to cardkingdom.com via my affiliate link. That lets Card Kingdom know you got there from here and helps everybody. And you're going to get there and find about the best inventory around when it comes to Magic the Gathering. Supplies, single sealed product is all there, and they're going to get it to you quick and in the condition you expect, and you can get your tabletop gaming on. They are between USPS, between postal slowdowns and needing to have a lighter staff on hand to process orders to be safe during pandemic. The speed of shipping is not going to be in its prime, but they're still going to get those cards to you. So please keep Card Kingdom in mind and check them out. Thanks. All right. I'm going to assume I'm okay, and we will see if there's an update I need to do. But let's check out Pack 1, Pick 1 in the meantime. And we'll see how fast we fill. Inelastic demand for Wheaties, right? Or I don't know, they don't need a market. I've never understood, because like when it comes to like trash cereals and snack cereals, and in general, I'm just about bargains. I wait until stuff is on sale and buy whatever cereal is way on steep discount. But just that is, I don't know, maybe it's just Seattle or something, but I never see Wheaties on sale. All right, we've got a rare we're probably not going to take here. It's really, even though it's a land, it taps for colorless. This is a pretty color intensive set. I find it hard to run something like that. I'd rather go for the thing that helps the fact that our set is so color intensive here. And there's not really much else really attracting me. This is a really bad pack, and I think it's a great Farfinder. True loves this land. I think I would run it in a 2-color no splash deck with good mana, true, but I end up 3 colors so often I find it hard to run this consistently, so I don't want to take it here. And cycling Godzilla is kind of interesting too, but I don't think we could take this over Farfinder. But yeah, I would like to try and cycle and reanimate Godzilla at some point, you know? So I'm going to take the flexible card here over the maybe more powerful one. Another land in the rare slot that we could take. One thing I've been having trouble getting into the red-white cycling deck. It's just the early picks are never there for me for it, and then I can't back into it. But maybe this is the time. Maybe we take Pacifism and we try to find red-white cycling, which would be funny because I would not run Farfinder in it. And yes, if this were an account in which I was consistently running out of gems with which to draft, I would go ahead and take the rare here and do some rare drafting. But I think with our account and our good resources on it, we're just going to take... Cycle deck seems like a trap East. It seems like, to me, the king of the format. And this is going to get us into it, I think. You don't want to run into cycling unless you have the big payoffs early. Anyway, we're going to take it and give it a try. I think it's the deck I keep losing to. I don't know. But we also, if we don't play this and we just, have pacifism, 2 pacifism to Farfinder, we can still abandon this. There's Porky Parrot, but that's not really... Oh yeah, we can take the reflection if we want to build around it. All right, let's take one of the payoffs then. I was attracted to the removal, but yeah, if we're going to try and do this, we can take that. I'm kind of... Maybe pacifism is correct in a vacuum, but I really do want to try this deck, and here we have another one of these. All right. We are doing it. We are doing it. So now we got to look out for cycling. No cycling here, but we do get the cycling payoff. Oh yeah, I'm looking at every off-color cost. Cycling 1 is now one of our best picks. Tapper is great, yep. There's a cycling 2. Would you rather have cycling 2 off-color or on-color Wolverine or reflexes? I haven't drafted the deck yet, really, so and the times I've come close, I didn't have the cycling, so that's what worries me. I'm going to take the Wolverine, because if this was cycling 1, I think I would take it, but I don't think I want to take off-color cycling 2. Mike wants to take fumes. I'm taking the Spell Eater. Maybe I'm dumb, but here we go. We got this one. Here's a cycling 2, but we're not passing any 2-drop 2/2 cyclers. So here's a cycling 2, but it's actually in our colors and could actually be cast usefully at some point. I'm gonna take that. Here we go. That's the 1-mana cycler we're looking for. This one is 1 mana as well, but this one is actually castable if we decide to. I can't fathom casting this, but it's uncommon. Rock Slide still here is something else. I think we can take that. There's still a Wolverine. Maybe that's what we actually want, but I'm going to take the removal. I think people don't take Rock Slides because it looks like a land destruction spell or something. It's named like it. The art looks like it. Rock Slide just looks like a land destruction card. It's really weird. And I do wonder if that's it. Mike says we don't want these at all if we can help it. So, okay. Again, Mike, I'm pretty... This is the closest I've ever been to this deck. Tried Hunted Nightmare in a deck last night with my buddy Adam in our play group there. It was medium. It was medium on average, but it was either great or awful in practice. Do we have anything where here's a cycler, but this is awful. How is there? I guess we take this one. This is a playoff. No, I'm not going to rare draft. I really want to try and make the cycling deck work, but this would absolutely, like, in fact, maybe we take it because, like, even this is likely to wheel. But nah, I'm just going to stick to the plan here. I really want to try and make the cycling thing work and get the density. Well, here's a Rock Slide we could try and wheel. But I think we're just going to take it here. Packs are not looking great for us. I don't see a cycle 1 anywhere in this pack. There's a cycle 2. Maybe we'll wheel that. There's a cycle 2. But let's just take the slide. Really? Oh, I thought it was... I'm just trying to be red-white. I wasn't really looking at hard casting anything blue. Yeah, we're looking to be at low land counts. I don't think a cycling deck is hard to get, but a great one is maybe hard to get. But like we already have a decent start to one. There's some cycling. We could take another Farfinder if we did want to give ourselves a chance at some blue, but that seems weird. Where's the ambush? Ambush. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. Sorry, I missed the cycling one there. That's definitely what we want. What's this? Menace dude? Nah. Oh, we got Fire Prophecy. That's great. No cycling anyway. I think we want Prophecy over Tapper. Do you agree? Tactician, better than Officer, probably. This one's got... This is where I wish I could vote. But I think Fire Prophecy is too good. If nobody else, like, Tactician is not something any other drafter might be interested in. So that's partly my theory there. Here's off-color cycling, but no. We can take this. This has no mana we want, so we're not going to take that. Oh, here's another ambush. Sorry, again, I missed the cycling one. Great. Another reflection. We're just going to be all 5/4 tramplers. Taking that. You want the crater and not the payoff? I don't know. I mean, we're gonna, like, how do you not take the payoff, people? I mean, I guess if you have enough payoffs, that's how, Ryan, but I don't think we do. Here's technically a cycler. I think I like it better than that. Better than that. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. So yeah, cycler. All right, healer, I like seeing you. Cycling 2. Better than anything else here. Here's cycling 2. Maybe we end up with a blue tap land we run in case, although it seems like this deck wants all of its lands to enter untapped as well. To that end, we could take this and sometimes maybe even play it, but I think just another coordinated charge is where we want to be. This is disturbing. And not going to run that over this. Wujo wants flight. I don't think we're going to play flight. I'm just looking for... Really? We're not playing flight. Are we? It doesn't cycle, does it? Like, hey, here we go. This lowers all cycling 2 to cycling 1. And is effectively colorless in our deck. We're not going to do the companion thing. It's never going to be a companion, but just reducing our cycling to effectively to 1 is amazing. And what are we getting on the wheel here? Blade Bandage isn't coming back. Is there a cycling we can get back? Ugh. Maybe an Evolving Wilds wheels? But really, there's not much for us here other than this, so good thing it's here. Yeah, it's an activated ability, and this says, abilities you activate. Pacifism. Yeah, we're not going to companion it. There's no way we're companioning it, but it's still a great card for our deck. But yeah, we just want pacifism here, right? I don't see anything else attracting my attention. Oh, we could take the... Are we really running this? I was thinking that this was too expensive for us. We could consider it, but, like, it just feels... I guess we took it. Here's a pacifism anyway. Oh, but here's a possible splash, and we can splash it without. Oh, we don't have to have the black to mutate it. What does it do? I guess we take, and I don't pass. I don't take. I don't pass mythics anyway. Lord Dracus is good. Drannith Stinger is probably what we want. I'm taking the mythic for collection. Like, mythics are where I do collection build, because I don't often get my I try to get my mythics to 4x. So oh fine, this is for you, Hat. I want the mythic. It's not about playability, it's about taking mythics, like the fiend that I am. I did. That was my point. We're staying low and mean. The mythic's not wheeling. I know that much. Hey, payoffs. And I keep passing pacifisms, but I'm going to take the Fox. Oh my goodness, and Swallow Hole is incredible. Really sad to pass pacifism and Swallow Hole, but we're... Well, I get it, but I mean... Anyway, obviously taking the Fox. You're still running pacifisms, right? I mean, I know it's not full-on cycling plan or whatever, but you're still running them, right? It's a combo deck, but you still need to sometimes stop things. You want a Serpent? Why do we not want this cycler over this cycler? Why? I don't understand why you guys want this cycler over this one. I mean, this has as a 5/5 haste, but this is awesome. Another cycler. Yeah, just another cycler. I'm not taking tricks. We're taking cycling. Another Fox! It's coming together! I want to take the Vantasaur, but... Come on, Fox. So the Blade Banish did wheel, but as people are saying, we're trying to run cyclers, cycler payoffs, and land, so we'll see if Banish even makes it, but I think you have to run your removal. I mean, I get what you all are saying, but I also want a Blazing Volley for the board, but... There's cycling 2, not playing that, not playing that, not playing that, not playing that, cycling 2. Here we could take the Cove to have a possibility of casting something like Ominous Seas, but there's also Go for the Blood at cycling 1. So I'm going to take this cycling 1. This isn't really going to make the cut. Oh, but here's cycling 2, so fine, we'll take that. See if that makes the cut. Cathartic Reunion feels like it could be possible. I put it in the board for now, but it seems playable. So, took Obosh over a, oh man, we could almost do a 60 carder here. Brian doesn't know about this one. This deck is great. You don't know yet. Although we didn't get any, I wanted more Snare Tacticians. We had one tough pick that was like Snare Tactician. What did we take over the second Snare Tactician? I can't remember now, but it was, oh, it was a Fire Prophecy, right? It was Fire Prophecy, Snare Tactician, and then some other cycler. Yeah, we'll cut the far finders and yeah, you want to see, let's do payoffs. First, let me get out of your way. Yeah, low stinger tactician counts. Maybe this isn't a great opening salvo for this deck style, but lands last, folks. If I remember, lands last, but never first. Don't worry about the lands. And we're going to drop all islands. We're not splashing anything. So anyway, yeah. Are we playing Obosh? It seems like maybe. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to do this. Let's go payoffs. Man, I wish. Give me some space here, deck. All right, so everything with cycling at all. I'm going to put cycling 1 stuff over here and cycling 2 stuff here. And just see where we're at on total number of cyclers. And then we'll put cycling payoffs here. Some are cycling and cycling payoffs. We'll just have to keep that in mind. Cycling 2. And then this column is like good stuff that's not payoffs. Here's more cycling 2. So this is payoff. This is enabler. I'm going to call it synergy. We'll call this the high synergy with cycling pile. So yeah, here's the stuff that doesn't mix, and we have to decide what of it's worth keeping, and the rest of it's removal, right? Yeah, I already cut Bosch. Wolverine mixes, but is it really what we want to do here? Like, this is what we're trying to do to cycle to win is make 5/4 dinosaurs, not give this double strike. Yeah, so let's look at so with all this cycling, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 cards that technically cycle. No, War Furnace, that's why we stacked it up, so we can figure out which of it to cut. So we can, how much of it to cut? Let's start with the wilts. And then we don't have to run all this removal. Again, this is the point of this deck is not to necessarily remove, it's to combo. Cut Snare Tactician? I'm sad we don't have more of these. Did you read it? It's a total. Oh, the blue snare. Thank you, Rocky. I didn't understand what you're talking about, but you can see why I was confused. Both of these cards say snare on them. This is funny. Chat is just like, yeah, I think cutting the crystal could make some sense. That's an off-color cut and the snare. And then maybe the ominous seas we keep around as a possible. Yeah, this is best of 3. We can put Banish on the board to start. And Rock Slide. Maybe Rock Slide is not at its best here because, well, we are, we're going to cycle our way up. I will do the lands now so we can roughly get to how many we want. And as somebody who had lands, was it Tron? This feels like a 14 lander. Yeah, I think 14 land. And do we want any islands? I just don't think we want islands at all. Why do you, like, folks, if we are running 14 lands with 2 islands, we're getting 6 of each, 6 plains and 6 mountains. That is greedier than I am. And you all know me, I'm pretty freaking greedy. Slide back in. Try this. Rocky, it's not fine. It's not, I don't think it's fine. I like... I don't think it's fine. Oh, too much. We can't cut. We're not companioning, not even close. Kruzica really wants this in the deck. Oh yeah, I get it. Not as companion, but I'm saying, but Kruzica really just wants this in the deck as what do we lose with companion? Like, which one? This one? We can't do this. Permanent? Oh, I guess. Well, we can look. Maybe we can. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong. What happens if we do this? But then we have snare. We lose snare tactician. We lose pacifism. We lose all 3 of the reflections. Yeah, no. Can't lose the reflections. I will put Obosh in at some point, but I'm going to start here and get going. What are we calling this? Cycle. I like bicycle race is good. Hides it a little bit. And it's bi because it's 2 colored. So I'm not done tinkering. I'm just done tinkering for now. We have 2 things we want to explore with this deck, hopefully before we're done. And maybe if we go O2, we'll experiment, or maybe I'll experiment with chat after we play a little bit. But I want to, you know, should we be including like 1 island as a hedge to the possible ominous seas thing? Somebody in chat, Kruzica really wants to play our rare 3/5 as just some top end. And we have others saying play more than 40, you know, because you're going to be cycling so heavily. So there's a lot of feedback on how to optimize this deck a little more than I have it here. But I'm going to give it a shot. Will I get a par poll for you all? I'm curious what you all think of this one, because I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I better give you a 0.5. No, I'm gonna assume that 1 is going to be our minimum par poll here. Oh, deck box? Who's got the deck box? Certainly we can do better than... I'll start with the reflection. That's just kind of our build around here. But somebody has the deck box and wants to let me know, please do so soon. Is that Mama? Mama highlighted it, but I don't know who named it. Looking for... Anybody wants to give me what should go in the deck box, I'll put it there. But That's true. If I'm not running anything to cast it, we could run the crystal. And at least if we desperately needed white mana, we could play it. Reflection in the deck box. So whoever chose deck box is thinking along my lines, right on GRS. And maybe that means the deck name should reflect... be a reflection-based pun. Oh well, let's play Magic and not worry about our deck name pun, huh? I mean... Ah! I can't type. I'm so bad. Seems fair for the cycling deck with 14 lands to get 5 in the opener. Seems totally fair. That's totally fair. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. This is not worth keeping. This looks better. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you for the subs. Appreciate that. So we can get rid of a we probably just want to get rid of Rock Slide, really. Ugh, sad, but yeah. Now, I don't know how to play this deck even. Am I supposed to cycle the Crater because we don't have our third land yet? Even though Crater is what gets us the reflection? Probably, right? We need to cycle, so find our lands and find more cyclers. I'm gonna assume that's my gut. I can't promise y'all that I'm gonna be piloting this perfectly or anything, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. We're gonna go ahead and hard cast this, hope it lives. And now, I like getting Reflection down now, because if we draw even a 2-mana Cycler next turn, we can play Zirda and cycle. That's why I like... Oh, you want to mutate? It doesn't mutate. What do you mean? What? Mike, don't you like my line? If we play this now, we can Zirda cycle next turn. Oh. Gotcha. I didn't read. That explains a lot. And haste. Okay. I didn't see that this that the dino got haste. I wanted to get this down so that it could attack next turn, but it can attack next turn even with Zirda out. So that's what makes playing Zirda correct. Mike is on it, and others as well. We did not find our cycling payoff, unfortunately. I'm a little nervous running into this, but it's just because I don't know the tricks these days. I mean, there's the +3/+3, but I guess if they want to trade their trick for Zirda here, that's okay. And then we can drop Reflection and try and get on with it. Mike wants to pacify and hit. I am risking it, Mike. If they want to use resources to take out Zirda here, I'm down. Because I want to get Reflection down now in case we draw cycling coming up. We could attack. You're right that the threat of activation on Fox probably is good enough to get it through, but it's so valuable to where we're going to eventually be, I hope, that I didn't want to risk it. Interesting. All right, well, I guess we can slide the mole. This has been very weird. Yeah. Lost 2 islands. Maybe they're no. Maybe that's their splash gone. So slide. No, I don't think slide to the left. We slide to the right. Right? Yeah, we can pacify the mole. This gets stuff that's bigger. Yeah, kill the 3/3, but with pacifism or with rock slide. I'm gonna go pacifism because we draw any cycling, we can rock slide and cycle next turn anyway. All right. So yeah, we get exactly what I'm talking about. We can rock slide and cycle. Although, what does Will do? Maybe we actually want to do this. No, we just want to cycle, right? So now we'll slide and cycle, and all will be well. I wanted to cycle. Yeah, I guess I needed to. I could have cycled first, but because now maybe we draw different removal we wanted to use. Mike wanted to trade off even the Fox. I held off on that. Oh boy. A fine start. So, anything we actually want to change? We've got Oppo on Sultai Mutate. And what's this thing? I didn't even look, really. When enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with... Okay, that's good. I could imagine that we had Snapdax, but imagine how awesome Stinger was. The activated ability of Zerta, what did I forget? Oh, target creature can't block. You're right. Yes, I did totally forget about that. I'll remember it. Oh yeah, we could pair a Cathartic Reunion in. We had talked about playing one of these and then didn't. Yeah, we could bring in Banish in this spot because we're expecting big stuff. Yeah, this cycles though. Wilts over Ominous Seas. Neither. Are you just joking, Chunk? Like, we're not casting either one, so I don't know what you're even saying. I guess this could be cast. Is that what you're saying? Like we okay, that's fair. That's fair. But we're talking about cutting this. Chunk is right though. If we're we should play the Wilts over Seas given this. I'll try this. It goes down one. Oh, wait. Didn't we? Yeah, I'm going to try a Cathartic Reunion over the Mana Cycler. I'm making all this up. I have no idea what exactly is correct. We're throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. All right, so we only have the one, but we do have a cycle 1 and a cycle 1. I'm going to keep, I think we're supposed to keep one landers with 2 cycling 1s, question mark. Yeah, going first is weird. But I'm gonna, I don't know, again, I'm making this up, so I'm gonna do this. Like, if we're not willing to keep one landers with 2 1-mana cyclers, then why are we doing this? Like... Alright, got lucky, found a plane, so we can actually drop the fox. And we're heading towards the 4 we need to do this stuff, our high end. But we're out of cyclers, so there's that. Interesting that they're even attacking into my fox. I wonder if they have a trick, because, like... Alright. Hey, Zerda. Welcome. Now find us some cyclers, please. There, just as I asked, we get a cycler. We can cycle this for 1 and still pacify. That seems like a fine place to start anyway. And we could have this fight the... They're low on land. We could have it fight the naturalist so that they can't untap with extra mana. Well, let's start with an attack. Well, if we do that, we can't get the mole. All right. Yeah, okay. I'll do it. Let's kill the mana. And now, no attacks. It cost us a turn of attacks. Oh, they found their mana. Too bad. More cycling. Yes. I wanted... Let's see. Do we even care about this pre? Maybe I just attack first? But they're never blocking anyway. So let's... I'm going to do this pre. I'm with you, Flipperoo. I'm not sure that was correct. I really don't know if that was correct, but I really did like the... At least the thought of starving them of mana made sense. Now they went land, crystal, so okay. But at least we had a good reason at the time. And this is nice. Picking up our 4th land turns on the rest of our hand. And we get to... We could pacify, but I'm going to wait. Maybe they'll... do some sort of mutating that will make us want to wait on the pacify. All right, they got our fox in a 1-for-1. Now I'm just gonna pacify. Oh, that's a good point, Jikerman. Still wondering if we should wait on this, but we have all removal in hand, so, like, why would I wait? Like, the rest of our hand is removal, so let's just use the pacifism. flooding a bit in the old 14 land deck by our standards anyway. 5 mana in a 14 land deck is a little touch of the flood. Let's rocks. What does this even do? Yeah, we can hold the land even. I'm just wondering if we kill this. Probably. Do we care about this? Yeah, we don't care about this now. Like, I'm nervous about that ability, but they're pretty far away from it. The question is, do we want to sit here taking 2? I mean, we have no defense. That's my... They have 2 cards left. I'm doing it because they have 2 cards left, and... we have no defense. I'm not going to sit here just taking 3 while we hem and haw with 3 removal spells in hand. I'm going to use one of our 3 removal spells to hopefully help us survive. There we go. That's nice. And we have time to play this here. You want to go, yeah, full control and play the land, says Rocky. We don't even need to go full control. We don't need to necessarily play the land. We can bluff activation with our own, with just the one. We have a prophecy that I'm holding out for. However, yeah, I'm going to just do it on the one. So where's the combat stuff now? Like, if I wanted to put a stop during Oppo's combat, what do I do? Usually it was over here before, now I don't even know what to do. I guess full control? Oh. Then, if I go into full control, it brings it up? That's interesting. Boy, that is pretty bold. Thanks! Arena. Trying to send a little information and don't even let me. Alright, well, unfortunately we can't 2-spell this turn, and we probably need to just Zenith Flare this dude. And then next turn, we could, if I play the land, I think I play the land now just because if we, yeah, it's true, Brushwag hits for more, but they have to activate. Of course, they have nothing else to do here. The thing I'm thinking is Zenith Flare gets the Garaphid, Fire Prophecy gets the Brushwag. So... yeah, we could Prophecy, ditch the land, find a Cycler. So why don't we Prophecy now on Wag. Ditch the land. There we go, find a Cycler. And now I feel a little better about their turn if they're going to be swinging into our Reflection willy-nilly. Man, are they... it's weird to me that they attacked with no thought before and are now not. Like... yeah. That's interesting. if you're against a cycling deck and the difference between attacking into Reptilian Reflection and not is 1 versus 2 mana up, you're very bold. Very bold. It's still unlikely, but it does make my eyebrow go up. I didn't even say sniping because I didn't even want to start that, right? And I had full stops on before they declared an attack last time. If we cycle now, then what are we doing? Right, we're defensive cycling right now, not offensive cycling. There we go. That's a card we can play. Do some real things. Well, guess what our Blade Brandish is going to do? All right, with another reflection and us at 7, we'll get that down later. We have to banish on this turn, but they are... Still think we just send this. But banish is instant, like we can wait. And are we just dead though? Keep safe, sure. I think I'm on the cycle tap plan. And then maybe we find land. So I'm going to say no attacks, no plays. Well, actually, we can play the other reflection if we do that, right? So let's play the other reflection, and then we can cycle tap. We don't have to play banish. I think you're wrong. Because this gets these on board. Now, well, here we go again. I guess we're just gonna do this, and I know we have reunion coming, but I wanted 6 out because I plan to blade banish, and since Oppo has shown more desire to not swing into 2 mana open because of cycling, I wanted to threaten 2 mana after banishing the worm. And on that front, I'm gonna banish. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it up. They could draw keep safe or whatever, but the banish in hand as an instant helps threaten, present cycling as the possible answer of what's happening here. So that's why I like that. But I don't like how this taps my mana. Yeah, leave it for the pauses, as Mike says. That's what I was doing. We still have it. We still have... They still have that, question. Yeah, I was thinking they couldn't be bold enough for that. Ah, look, punished, but, we're gonna hold. Not ditching our Zenith Flare, for sure. So now I'm back to, like... Do we oh, we have instants, though. Great. Zenith Flare is instant, so we get our pauses. Zenith Flare is an instant, so we get our pauses, and we have a Desperation 13 life if we really need it. It cycles, so I'm gonna just hold. We're gonna deck ourselves first, so we also need to be thinking about, you know, making sure that this flare becomes lethal. No, I mean, having cycling 1 with the reflections out is important. All right, they're going for it. That's interesting. They may have backup plans here. They got a lot of mana, but we got to put them to the test. We also have backup Zenith Flare. There's our second land for Reunion. And we're going to try to eat some dinner. See how it works. If they go for a win, we have the Zenith Flare. So, do we care? Let's see. This is going to become a 6 power. It's going to trample for 2. We can go to 1 and lose 1 reflection. What do you like, Mike? Are we using Zenith Flare on this thing now? Or are we... I guess with Reunion we should be good, right? Because this is nice to face, but I think we're out of chances to face here. So I'm going to Reunion first. And... Crater cycle now. So, do we want to... I guess we want to play a land now. And... we could play the healer, but I like... If we keep 2 cyclers here, we can tap down kind of any number of blockers and just get there. So, the trouble is... Yeah, we should just tap these down in their main so that they don't... Yeah, we want to cycle on their turn and then cycle again on ours. Oh, look, they're tapped. So we have to maybe cycle... Well, just cycle one. I let auto tap get me. I don't know if we have instance for red, but yeah, I think we do. And no need to make these tapped creatures that can get killed. Well, it's human drafting Nekusar, so not everybody can be drafting red-white cycling. In fact, this is my first red-white cycling deck of the format. Just haven't landed in it yet. All right. Still looks like game winning for us, even if this comes up bad for the old tactician. Well, they have enough defense, but gosh, we got so much action now. How many lands do we have left? We have 3 lands left in 9 cards. Well, that's still a 33% chance, so... Oh yeah, dinos have trample. Good, good, good. So we got it anyway, right? Ooh, and we can get some life back if we want. Let's go healer cycle. Oh, and we have a trick. Nice. Currently, we win. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 on trample, so I'm not going to do anything. They need to do something here. Charge is lethal, but didn't want to even cast it because, like, what if I'm not thinking of something and because you cast a spell, I get counter target spell and deal 2 to your face, or I don't know, right? So I just figured let them not die, and then I'll respond if they do something. All right, well, for a mindless Boros deck, this sure isn't mindless. All right, so let's do another look. At the very least, I can't remember who it was, but they were dead on correct that if we're not going to have blue in the deck, we should take out Ominous Seas for a Wilt, because there is at least this long shot chance that we hardcast a crystal and decide to use a Wilt. So that's baseline. That's just correct. Now it's like, what else are we doing? I don't think this is a 13 lander. I think 14 still feels correct. If we're short cyclers, what do you want to do about that, though? But, Nekusar, you can't just say, Deathsy was running 11, so therefore you should be running 11. Show me Deathsy's deck. Was Deathsy at 25 one-mana cyclers and 5 foxes? In which case, yeah, I'm down with that, too. I mean... I'm just saying, you cannot, when you're telling me what mana to put in my deck, don't just throw out Well, some other deck I saw ran 11, so they're like, what's your point? What is our deck supposed to run? And if you think 11, what are we adding back to this? Like, what does your 11 mana deck look like? I think we want the reunion. You want to at least do this and this. That's I understand that, Woodrow, but yeah, Legacy Dredge. And yeah, we are trying to cast 4-drops and stuff, so if we cut if we have to cut a not cycler, not payoff, then we're talking about one of the hard removal spells, basically. Where did... Oh, there's the Fire Prophecy. Is Rock Slide better than Banish? This is Exile. Exile matters in this format. We had 2 Rock Slides, and somebody suggested making it 1/1. I just put it in there to look. We can talk about it. Yeah, Instant and Exile is interesting. Okay, let's make... I think we have fine amount of cycling. Like, does it show us here? It doesn't. We could cut 1 land from this. I just don't feel like we do have... We have Pacifism and Fire Prophecy. Zenith Flare, obviously, we're not cutting. But this is our removal that's not synergistic. And it's a lot to ask of just... If they're going to change this deck info every set... I mean, what they need is searching. Like, on Magic Online, you could search for Cycle... and then have it apply to your deck, and then it would at least show you, you know? Okay, I'm taking too long on this. I'm gonna cut the wilt. So that's 15 cyclers. Is that enough? I don't know. I'm making it up. We added Cathartic Reunion. We're supposed to keep this, right? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it. Got all the cycling. Foxy. But no mana for the Fox right now. I'm going to save the 1 mana cycler and cycle on 2 at the end of their turn. It's kind of just using my mana cycling, and then if we find a plains next turn, we can play it and still cycle. If there's a plains on top, then you could argue I could have gone cycle into Fox, but this was just using up all my mana on the cycling. I get it. If there's a plains on top, the other line would have Given that, I like that we'll, at least even if there is a plains on top, we have a 1-mana cycler to work with the Fox later. Now we'll go cycle. Well, this is how cycling decks can lose. The low mana count punishes you. What do you like here? Mare? Hardcast Mare? Or Fox with Pump? There's Mare. We'll get Fox with Pump next time. Owie. Fox plus healer doesn't give us a 1-mana cycler. We could pacify the 3/3 and play the healer. That sets up reasonable. We could pacify the 3/3, play the Fox, and cycle the healer to make effectively another 2/2. Let's do that. That was what I had been thinking, Jikerman, that we could eventually just Blade Banish this. But I don't want to take another 4 from it, and we had to do something. We're at such low life, even though eventually we get it with Blade, it just felt too risky at 10. Too bad. Wow, they went for the soldier attack, so we get a little value here. If they had not attacked with this, I might not, but I gotta grow and block here. Can we race this thing? Maybe. If we go... Zerda here. Yeah, maybe I should have done it the other way around. Sorry, this is a hard deck to play. Like I said, I'm managing this all for the first time. This specific archetype. Because the idea was that I was saving this and the cycle for next turn, and we get all of this, but I should have just done this and this now. Sure would like a more universally applicable removal spell right now, though. So now is it too late for my whole plan, because we are now facing lethal with either of these two plus that. We can still attack. Like, we can send in Zirda? I think we keep the land, though, right? We want to go... why do you do it that way? Just... And... yeah, we could just cycle and send this in and leave 2 blocks back. Oh, God, I have... Somebody's saying this is too loud. I've been trying to find the right spot for that, but... I'm not talking to you, Oppo. And that will do it. All right, down 1 here. Some flying action, red-blue spells. I think Rock Slide is better than Banish in the matchup. Yeah, we could get rid of the Reunion for just generic cycling again. They're pretty fast here. Let's try that. Okay. I'm gonna keep this. Find some red, get these online. We're gonna cycle this crystal after we probably just play out the healer. I think that's correct. All right, Travis, good luck to you too. Hey, found our red. Now that makes me think maybe we don't want the healer, but I think, yeah, we still do. Let's, right? Again, a lot of decisions here, but I feel like getting on the board matters. Cycling is going to gain us life. We're going to play Reflection, and then really get to go to town. If we draw a land next turn, we can go Reflection, Cycle, Stinger, and attack for 12. Wilt could end up relevant, but we're not. We're probably going to cycle the crystal. We'll see. No such luck here. We could cycle the Crater for a Plains and still play the Stinger if we wanted. We could cycle the... Yeah, it could be a flame spill situation, I suppose. I could also just attack with the healer, play the reflection, and then... yeah, we could play the Stinger now that we have the 1 mana. All right, people want to play the Stinger. I'll do it. I am concerned as who said it? Like, this feels like instant speed burn or something. Possible counter magic. There's a lot of possibilities here. But if they've got burn, they're going to take out a reflection. They're going to be really sad when we play the other one. Well, I'm gonna... You want to... Well... Almost certainly flame spill. Well, yeah, let's make them have it, and then they use 1 for 1, 3 mana, 3 mana, and we play another one. Make them have it. So we all had the read, and I think that's good. We all had the read. And we took the risk and made him have it, and I think that was correct. Playing the land, because if we find any other untapped land... Well, all of our lands are basic. We can go Reflection Cycle on 5 lands. Love that combo. Great combo for the red-blue spells deck. Lesai. I guess we send in both now. See if they want to try and take one of these out, because we can fire Prophecy for the win if we need to. And I will here. Do we want to pitch anything here? Maybe even the crystal? Cycle the cycler for maybe a better cycler. We want to cycle the pacifism. Yeah, maybe we just cycle the pacifism, but this is removal. We can just keep it all. I mean, pacifism, quote, isn't doing much. It probably will. But yes, if we keep this and find land, we still have reflection, cycle, crystal. All right, I'll pitch the pacifism. Now we got better removal anyway. I like digging for cycling with the other reflection coming up. I wasn't sure either, Hat. This is like quite the format, quite the deck to pilot, really. There's a lot of fiddly decisions here. Now we can go Reflection, Crystal, or we can just Rock Slide the Pyro if we want. Now we got a 1-mana Cycler, though, so let's just do Reflection, Cycle. Thank you for the host magic. Welcome, Wizards of the Coast, folks. We have a Cathartic Reunion. No, we cut it, right? I'm gonna play this because we're not holding lands for Reunion. And again, we may have a need for a Rock Slide, Cycle, Crystal next turn. Hopefully we can get him dead before the seas produces some fruit. 8 tentacled fruit. Correct. Climb. If this had said something like, whenever you cycle a card, create a 5/4 dinosaur and then exile it at the end of turn, then you'd keep it. But since the actual enchantment turns into... if they draw 2, we're still okay. They might even have a cycle now where they can try and get us. So yeah, how do we play given that? Well, every cycle we get here is another point of damage. So they're like a virtual 5 with our current hand. And so I think the way we have to play this here is reflection, attack, and hope they don't have it. Like they may absolutely have another cycling and the ability to pop out an 8/8, but I don't. Yeah, we can also, maybe that's what we do. We slide the 4/4. We slide this now and see. Better find out. Reflection and pass is another idea. One thing about this, here's the thing, if they don't have the ability to make the octopus right now, I think we will win, and we have to try for that. So we're gonna try. All right, now this is good because now the octopus doesn't save them. We can reflect, cycle, and they have to block this, and the other 2 get through. Because of the possibility of an octopus? I felt like if they could make an octopus on their turn, we were not going to win. That's what I was thinking. So I was like, if you don't have the octopus right now, I think we win. And so I put him to that test. Coordinated charge. But really, we just want to reflect. Oh, sorry, did I screw it up? Yeah, this is hard. It's hard. Shut up. Yeah, you can punt me. I was all in my head about the reflection plan, right? But I'm just going to hold. We'll still be okay. It's a punt, but they're going to have to work real hard to actually make it cost us. Sorry, you know, you can lol at me, but man, Magic's hard, and I got my plan in my head, and I started to execute my plan. That happens. Trample, haste, cycling. This is still okay. 16. We block with this, and we're still fine. Yeah, deck is hard to play, and the way I manage a difficult deck to play is I establish some lines, and then I try to stick with them so that I can, you know, but that can cost you. No, I didn't have him cycling once and attacking. I wasn't sure of it. Regardless, I felt like the sure thing here is really just still doing the 3 cycle. All right, not punished for failing to see the earlier win line. And not ashamed either, folks. This is just a hard deck to play and a new format and a lot of complexity. So I still don't love adding non-red white lands. So far, almost in every game, I've been like, okay, I'm keeping 2 plains and we'll cycle our way to the mountain. It just feels so risky. Yeah, like we'll keep this going and then maybe end up doing it that way. And I like where we're at, so I'm just gonna run it back. I mean, we can Blade Banish for Octopi, but I really liked having the Rock Slides. Yeah, I mean, but the 8/8 didn't get us, you know? But we could split them again out of fear of 8/8s. Yeah, now we have 2 things for an 8/8, but we can pacify something else. Uh-huh. So now, tell me, chat, are we supposed to cycle when we have Reptilian Reflections ready for turn 3? Because we could cycle to find something... Yeah, interesting. There you go. Chat is like... I'm going to give it 1 hold. I'm not going to do it here. But let's see what both we draw and what Oppo does on their turn 3. All right, that especially just makes me want to go... I'm just going to pacify this Dorat. We'll stop taking damage from it. And it gives us something else to do so that we can reflect, and start cycling. Hey, that's my game. I'm doing that thing, not you. Well, what do they got here? Because we got an awesome turn if they don't have an awesome turn. They probably have a flame whatever of their own again, so expect one of these to die here. Just so. Are we racing? I think we are here. We're certainly not blocking with this thing. And we have no mana to make it able to block. Yeah, if we draw the crystal, I'll go ahead and play it and wilt theirs. Kind of want to cycle and get in. I kind of want to kill the Pyro. But yeah, let's heal and then cycle. I like that. You want to cycle the heal? Mike just wants to cycle the healer? We could play the healer. I guess it's not doing much on defense. But Yeah, if we don't draw land, though, then we're looking pretty rough. I know land gives us rock slide, but if we don't draw land, we're pretty sad here, Mike. If we cycle this and don't draw land, are you happy? Healer on board doesn't do much. You're right. That's what Mike's point is. But on that front, then why not just cycle the charge, Mike? Yeah, I'm going to cast it, Mike. I think it's worth it. Well, Prophecy would be nice if we weren't already out of mana. But they're probably going to get this to a 3/4 at least next turn, so... Because Mike's greedy. I am too, Mike. Maybe I'm not the right level of greedy, though. Maybe you figured out the... Yeah, I suppose we could have wilt, but I am somehow in my head, like if we draw a crystal, I do want to wilt this reflection. Do they have the cycling to get their reflection going again? Land means we can just reflect and cycle again. Or cycle here. If we get a land, we should just hold this. We might actually use it to win with. All right. That's good. I'm going to go with Prophecy, the 3/2 double strike, first of all. Why not Rock Slide the Pyro? Well, first, this does more damage now. And... although we could... yeah... I don't want to play this and cycle. Pyro is going to get away from us. We could just do it now and really risk this thing, but we're taking a lot if we do that. Nah, I think we'll find another land and we'll be okay here. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to actually cycle the Wilt. I'm going to pitch the Wilt. And I'm going to attack with Healer. And yeah, I'm thinking cycle this, look for land, right? And let's cycle the one. Let's see, if we get a spell, is there something we could do for 1 mana? I guess there's a Fox, so let's cycle this. I'm going to play this because we do want to have enough oomph to take out the tops. I cycled the thing I literally couldn't cast over the charge, which we still might actually cast in this game. Can anything go to the face for 3? Well, I mean, in our deck or theirs? Like, we have the white-red uncommon cycling payoff spell. Yeah, in theirs. I don't think anything in theirs, no. Only one flare for us, and we can cycle this now for some life. All right, that is interesting. We need to spend this turn killing the tops, though. Friendship is magic, even the forbidden kind. Oh, cardboard is up. I don't know, might be you. Let's see. Yeah, working for me. Okay, well, we're gonna do it all here. We're going for blood, all right. Uh-oh. Someone's bringing us something and Rocket doesn't like it. Make sure that mail carrier hears it. We can say target creature can't block, but it should just be... I think we leave this back to make target creature not block in response to a possible activation of the reflection. I don't know. What do you think? Jeez, Rocket. That was annoying, but we do get to attack. Oh yeah, that muting is for your protection. I did get rid of Reunion. These don't matter, though. There's nothing in our deck that we're going to draw in which these lands out matters. Oh, come on. Okay, in terms blocking, instead put 2... All right. We don't lose here, though. If we make this a 5/5, it still just trades with the Spell Eater. So we 2-for-1 ourselves anyway, but we do trade with it. What's our land count? Like, we have 5 lands left. I guess that doesn't matter anyway. I'm gonna cycle. All right. So now I'm gonna cycle this too. It doesn't change out anything. What does playing the mayor do? You all wanted me to play the lifelinker? I didn't see what it would do. All right, well, now we have to chump. But we only have to chump if they attack with both. And then we do kind of have outs to win. So, like, we'll see even what they want to do. Maybe they just come in for the air. Yeah, that makes sense. But now we do get a chance to potentially cycle our way to... Well, this has vigilance, so yeah. Man. Oppo finding it all for us. I really just want to draw the flare and end it. Can I one-time that, please? Can we just get the flare and be done? How about no? What a frustrating one to be on the edge of losing. Yes, we are not dead.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
All right, now maybe we're dead. You gotta be kidding me. I cannot believe we lost this game. Was it my fault? Did we have an out, or did we just not get there? Can't figure out if I punted this one somehow. I think we're dead. 3 plus trample for Exaxes. Oh yeah, we do have lifelink, that's true. So wait, do we do this? How do I still win? So we're at a virtual 8. If we block this, we take 5. Yeah, we have to double block still. I have to double block still, but not dead. Effectively dead, though. I guess we know, not effective, like, we just have that top deck Zenith, right? So Zenith off the top for the miracle save. This is exciting. What? Oh, I thought that was the other one. I thought that was the one mana cycler, so when it didn't offer me something to do, I was like, ah! Well, that was a pretty good match. Really disappointed we didn't win that one, though. Feels very unlucky that we didn't win that one. I mean, unluck happens, but I feel like I'll take that matchup most times, and I think we just got a little unlucky in the third game there. I do want to go to double rock slide to start. There are some decks where this just is not very good. I don't know. Yeah, no kidding. We lost to someone playing a reflection that was effectively a dead card when we had 3 reflections. 2 out of 3 wins here is a net loss in traditional. Yes, but do remember that Wizards pays us to play. I mean, like, the next stage of my spreadsheet is going to be to figure out how to show you how much Wizards is paying you. And so when we think of 2 and 3 in well, we haven't got there yet. We may go 1 and 3. But if you think of 2 and 3 in traditional as losing, don't forget that Wizards is really making up for a lot of that 500 gem gap with the fact that you get paid to play in gold. No, I like the removal. I don't know. Sure thing, Mama. Yeah, let's kill the mana. Oh, they've got a thing here. So every non-land card in their starting deck shares a card type. Well, yeah, we're certainly going to be killing that naturalist. Every time it's not in the deck, we want Banish. Every time it's in the deck, I'm mad that I don't have Rock Slide. What are you gonna do? What I'm gonna do is Zirda Cycle. Although we get Zirda Cycle tap on their turn, then we... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to try and get... if we cycle here, we get in for 2, and we maybe use up our last cycler. If we cycle at the end of their turn, we might get in for 5, using up our last cycler. I mean, companions. It seems like... is Brian still here? Is Valhalla's Chosen still here? Because, like, that's the place where I feel like companions are clearly messing with people. I kind of don't like them for constructed, honestly. I like them in the abstract. I think in the abstract, oh, neat. Get some extra power, but you have to restrict your deck building. I like that conceptually. I just don't like what it does in terms of consistency of playing stuff out. I mean, there's a reason we stopped playing, what was that? There's a format like 15 years ago that used that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody tell me what I'm talking about. Anyway. Vanguard, thank you, Hat's got me covered.
I was totally gonna say that.
Now we can keep land for reunion. I like pacify the Nipper, and eventually we're just going to try and kill this thing. I might be being a little... I mean, we only have 1 on the Zenith Flare right now. Maybe I'm being a little close to the edge and should have just pacified this, but I feel we'll get there. And if they want to attack and race, that's also probably okay with us. We're swinging for 5. Right now they're swinging for 4. Although they're about to start double spelling a lot of creatures here. But they can't reach out and kill our stuff with removal. They need fighting creatures and whatnot. Yeah, I held the land because of the Cathartic Reunion and the fact that we actually don't need that much land, although now I'm going to do it and try to get rid of this collector. Let's see if it works. We're either going to trade for, you know... Oh, they don't have... They can't... Like, is there a creature that could save this at instant speed? I don't think so. Well, creatures can have flash and do stuff. I don't know what's all in this set. Like so. But it's a 1-for-1 either way. I suppose I should have thought about this guy. We were talking about Flash.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Thank you for the sub. Although this does get rid of blockers too, but this does it without tapping itself, etc. So Fox, it's a flourishing Phlox, so it's a Phlox. The Phlox cycles, but is reward cycling. But I think we do need a cycle, right? And I want to do it now. I'm gonna cycle. One reason I like cycling it is it increases our Zenith Flare. Hanging on to this land, if we do another one, we can Cathartic pretty easily. Yeah, all of our draws are good. We're either finding cycling, removal, or lands for reunion. So if we can find land and reunion away and find some cycling, we're just going to get this flare up to 6-7 type damage and basically be able to face them with the flare for the win. So, another same spot. We can play it or cycle it, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cycle it. Maybe we find land. Maybe we use the reunion. We get the flare bigger either way. We tap down a blocker. They might have flash again. Now let's do this, though. Although we could... Wait. Obviously, we want to reunion away these lands, but we have a flare on 3. If they have, like, another... Deadeye, and we want to attack here, we could save the flare just in case. So I'm gonna do that. We could tap it down, but with what? we Okay, that's fair. Let's try and draw another cycler, and then we can cycle it down. Okay, I'm cool with that. We probably draw a cycler, and we can probably tap it down. Good thought. We want flare for face. I would disagree to say that anything as strong as we need. What we need is to not flood out with our tiny land deck. Now you want to play that? Well, now we can at least attack. Uh-huh. I guess doesn't matter which one. I've never flooded so hard with a 14 land deck in my life. Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I mean. I've never had so often more lands than I ever wanted with a 14 land deck. How about that? Oh, no, I won't. I mean, we're even like, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's pretty unlucky for halfway through the deck, right? I mean, on average, we should get 7. On average, we should have 3 more spells this game than we do right now, but that's not too far off. We got 24 versus 19. Doesn't look like this is going to come to decking. Although, it's not exactly... We're not exactly 5 quick cyclers away from 9 to the face, either. Is there one on the bottom? Yeah, you're right. They might send the lifelinker. You know, it makes sense for them to try and get out of range. Oh, good, they didn't. Oh, it's summoning sick, thank you. Didn't notice. But we need to think about that. This is, like, this affects our race. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play our lands, because if we cycle into cycle, we may want to keep cycling.
All right, everyone, chill.
Cycle now? Maybe. Cycle now, if we don't find us cycling, then we're taking damage from the Insatiable. So, let's do this. Another thing we can do here, keep in mind, is actually... Oh, this has Death Touch, so yeah. Still just gonna cycle to tap the lifelinker, because that's more important. Speaking of lifelinkers... Oh yeah, I should have I could cycle here, but let's see what they want to do. if they attack, I think it's actually good for us. Like, we don't want to attack with this, but we do want them to attack with other stuff, right? So now, and it's not first, it's whenever. So I'm going to just cycle like nuts here. No holding. Cycling. All right. One to the good here, trying to find a 2-1 finish to this event. Let's check out the scene. We've got 5 5s, 4 2s. So looking like this could be reasonable. And this, well, we even have Umori that they're going to have access to, we know. So let's bring in the Banish. You want the Wolverine on blocks? And if we like the Banish, what are we cutting? We're either cutting our cycling or we're cutting different removal, like cut the rock slide. But they're all creatures. Well, if we can't cut any cyclers, should we be cutting more removal and adding more cyclers? For what, Haj? Haj wants to cut Crystal and Charge, but I don't understand for what. Oh, to bring in a rock slide again? Some people want to try cutting a land on the draw. We could do that. All right, people want to try it. No, but you understand that Zerta combos with our 2-mana cycling, right? Like, I love that Zerta gets our 2-mana cyclers down to 1. And it helps aggro with the no block clause sometimes. Don't have our cyclers yet, but a lot of payoffs here, so we're going to keep. And we have each of our lands. We can go Fox, pacify anything, find land, and get going, right? Hey, there's our third land even. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not going to force this onto anything, but I'm saying we have the option. Go away so I can read you. 1/1 for each creature in yard. Sacrifice another creature. So that's not doing stuff exactly right away, but we certainly don't want to pacify it since its strength is in its activated ability. We don't have a cycling, but are we bold enough to attack with the fox? I think we attack with the fox because, I mean, if they want to trade that, that's fine. But I don't even think they will because I want the trade. If they want this trade, I will actually happily trade the fox for the artisan right now. I'm surprised they're offering. I'll take this. We're gonna win off this, not the fox anyway. Yeah, I was gonna be amazed. Like, that is ballsy. A, to want the trade to begin with, and B, to expect to get it with a flourishing fox out. Yeah, only reanimated creatures. They could have the other companion that gets creatures back. Snare Tactician next into Reflection Cycle or Rock Slide. We'll kill it. We'll kill it with this if we need to, and then it'll be fine. Although we kind of need to kill this with our Rock Slide, assuming we get to the 5th land. Yeah, they can do some creature mutate for reanimation. Good call, Timber. It's not all spells to reanimate around these parts. Another fox. I forgot we had two, but I'm not going to worry about the fox right now. I'm going to go Tactician, and then next turn we can reflect and cycle the fox or play the fox depending on what we're thinking. I'm waiting on reflection. I don't know if it's right, but this is this has haste, so we can cycle this and attack the turn we play it. That's the mistake I made in our first game, Haj. I don't know if you're thinking something different or didn't see the same thing I did earlier, and I missequenced my reflections because I thought the same thing. I'll start with my creature or start with my reflection so we can attack more, but you don't need to do that. Fart noises for all. So we can't rock slide this yet. We can reflect and cycle and attack, although we could also just reflect fox and then cycle this next turn. I think I'm going to do that. Well, certainly starting with the reflection. Let's start here and you all tell me what you think. We could activate this and then make them consider. Oh, that's true. We can tap this and get in for a lot, huh? I'm going to do Fox. You want to do the... You just want to keep going with this? All right. I guess we're just swinging here. All right. All right. I'm in. I'm in. Found our other land. That's good. That means we get to have a rock slide that can kill this collector. Yeah, continuing to offer Fiend Artisan for Fox. I'll take that. If they play something reasonable here, we can go cycle, tap the collector, pacify the reasonable thing, still get in with both of these. I don't want to pacify the collector, I want to kill it. It has a passive ability that's very good for Oppo's deck, and we are very close to just taking it out. There you go. Targets acquired. Play in the land. And unfortunately, we cannot both slide and kill right now, but we can kill and then cycle this to tap. Which I think... All right, well, we can also tap. We can cycle here to get in for 7. We can cycle on their turn to prevent damage. And we can pacify and cycle. I'm coming around to that play. Ah. No, I don't want that. Never mind. Oh, and they took my mana. Stupid Ryan. Stupid Ryan. I'm gonna attack and pacifism and then cycle. Now it's okay. Now we got a long rope. I mean, I've already done the mistake, so the hurrying is a little less important now. Yeah, that was frustrating. That's me, though. That's part of how I lose my percentage on stream. I just talk too much. I lose my hourglasses, and sometimes that punishes me. That is a very D punt, Taj, to punt me for a non-strategic error. So now, though, I think I like just letting them attack if they want. I don't think they can afford to, and also we threaten making a reflection. All right. Wow. Just make the reflection. Are they going to go for a win here? Have I just gone lethal? I mean, if they have the double strike, it's still only 8. Do you want to trade the reflection? Or I feel like we want the reflection to attack with. Yeah, they could have the leech. Oh, right, they can't have that spell. You're right. They don't have spells. I'm just thinking through spells that exist, but it doesn't matter here. So really, it's leech. Leech in the 4/2, right? Yeah, I'm with Mike. We take 4 here. Yeah, but see, that's why I want to kill this thing. I'm not sure we want to tap the Naturalist. Also, I mean, really, they can cast a 7 mana is what I'm saying. Between the Naturalist and the Companion, they have 7 creature mana available. How do you guys like this game volume? I turned it up because people couldn't hear it, and then I got a request to turn it down. We could tap down this now. We still have the crystal for our turn, but if we draw a bunch of, if we draw like cheap cycling, we might want to play the Stinger. I think I'm going to hold on the cycling. Yeah, there we go. We might actually just play it here. I'm going to go, it sounds like fine, but a little loud, so I'm going to knock it a little notch. So now let's rock slide the collector. And what I like about this, because we kill the collector, let's say they have leech right now. Now we're gonna cycle the crater, and if they have leech, they have to do it right now. Because I'm trying to get leech out of their hand. And yeah, although 4-2 flash is an interesting point. They have 4-2 and well, let's do this. Yeah, let's see if they do. I'm gonna do this and see if they make leech, and if they don't, I think we should assume Deadeye. And then decide what we want to do. Man, this makes me not want to send this into a Deadeye, though. However... well, we're leaving back the 2-3. I'm wondering if we even... don't even send this. I think they'll jump in with the... Right, because that's the thing. We can go... I think they have it. That's the thing. I don't think it's... I'm generally okay with make them have it, but I think they just literally do have it, so it's more like, make sure we're okay with this trade. So... okay, they didn't have it. I think that's incredible. We got lucky. Yeah, we just had to make sure we were fine with the trade. That's some good life gain, but we have all the cycling we need here. So, in fact, maybe we, at this with 4 cyclers, I like playing the Stinger now. It seemed like that was... yeah, maybe I should have thought a little more. It just felt lethal to me. I didn't actually do the math all the way to the ground, but it felt unstoppable. All right, well, that was pretty good, folks. We were just so close to the 3-0. Of course, if we won our second match, who knows who we pair in the third match, and maybe we lose the third match. But, we were so close. We won all of our matches except for the one where in Game 3, just by a hair. That was the first time I've piloted this deck. It's pretty complicated for a most complicated Boros aggro archetype I've ever piloted in Limited, and very fun. But I worry this deck is oppressively unfun for oppos. I lost to a deck that made ours look awful last night in the hands of a great player, and I just felt like I could do nothing. Like, I had a deck I was pretty happy with, and I never did anything of relevance the whole game, because his version of the cycling deck was bonkers. So we will see if the human drafting keeps this contained. If human drafting and its self-correcting nature means that this isn't going to be the boogeyman of the format, it's just going to be something that's good that we, draft heavily. And yeah, but can you imagine this with bots? I bet you if they didn't introduce human drafting with this, either one of two things would be happening. Well, it would be like, to me, if they didn't have human drafting, this format would probably be a lot like Eldraine and the mill deck in Eldraine. When the bots didn't care about the mill deck in Eldraine, it was correct to force it completely. When the bots started caring about the mill deck and drafting the parts highly, it disappeared because nobody could make it anymore. Right? So I think that's what it's kind of like. And I think this, if this were on bots, it would be pretty rough. As it is, humans, we're going to get a chance to adjust our pick rankings and see if the meta corrects for any oppression that may exist with the cycling deck. So, glad I finally got to play this archetype with you all. It was very good, and I'm happy. I'm going to add this to my decks. Oh, let's see. I got to go kill a deck so I can add it to the deck. I haven't really been playing chat much in limited these days, but I'll keep adding it in case we do. So I'll add that to the deck. We'll collect our prizes. I don't think we're at 10 packs or anything, though. And I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thank you for hanging out with that one. Hope you had fun. That was a blast. I'm glad to have finally gotten to pilot that very complicated aggro deck. See ya, YouTubers.